Number 1 is SLATE-RUN-MAGIC, owned by Parker, Massey, Ferguson, and Parker, the driver, Bill Long, Jr. For post 2, it's FALCON, owned by Raymond Kenny with Dave Hawk. 3 is Max Gwen, owned by Turbulent Air, Inc., with Jeff Nisonger. 4 is Sandy, owned by Charles E. Brown, and he drives. 5 is Remember SAHBRA, owned by William Robinson and Dave Klotz, Mark Klotz, the driver. 6 is Trip Trap, owned by Terry Green, with Jack Daly. 7, Look at the Sissy, owned by Richard Long, and with Chip Noble in the bike. 8 is Plainfield. She's owned by Thomas Carroll and driven by Jamie Dunlap. Dr. Vinyl is number 9, owned by Richard Householder with Jeff Fount. And the 10 is Justin's Countess, owned by Reveille Jade Stable, the driver BERKE LYONS. That's your field, 6 minutes to post for race 1. Fillies and mares for the first race are approaching the start. And they're off. FALCON leaves in tandem with Sandy. Up close between horses is Max Gwen. 3 deep driving up, Look at the Sissy. And then we have SLATE-RUN-MAGIC, who comes away in 5th, 3 lengths off the lead. Up alongside is Dr. Vinyl, gap of 2 more to Justin's Countess, followed by Remember SAHBRA. 2.5 farther back to Trip Trap, and Plainfield is last as they move to head stretch. Look at the Sissy and Chip Noble drive on to the lead. They clear off and lead it by 2 lengths now past the opening quarter in a swift 28 seconds flat. Passing the stands for the first time, Look at the Sissy makes the pace in here from FALCON in second. Sandy caught on the outside, left uncovered in 3rd position. Max Gwen from the inside 4th, Dr. Vinyl 5th. SLATE-RUN-MAGIC rushing up to catch cover in 6th position. And then we come down to Justin's Countess, Remember SAHBRA, Trip Trap, and Plainfield is last, about 9 off the pace setter. Look at the Sissy. It's Look at the Sissy on top from FALCON second. Stalled between horses is Sandy, and up 3 wide, SLATE-RUN-MAGIC off a half in 59 seconds flat. Max Gwen down along the rail is completely hemmed in 5th position as SLATE-RUN-MAGIC drops back in to race second over. Then we come down to Dr. Vinyl, who has some traffic problems. Trip Trap is rallying from the back of the pack. In between horses, Remember SAHBRA is getting backed up to last, followed by Justin's Countess, and rallying on the extreme outside is Plainfield. They're approaching 3 quarters. Look at the Sissy leads the way. Been the perfect trip for FALCON in second. Sandy has yet to see the rail, followed by Trip Trap, who's still got 4 to make up, and Plainfield has made headway into 5th, but still has 4 to make up on the leader. 1:29 and 1, and we have a horse down on the track just before the 3 quarters. Moving through the stretch, Look at the Sissy leads the way by a length. FALCON closing along the rail, followed by Sandy still there on the outside. Trip Trap is 4th. FALCON short lead. Sandy still closing. Sandy gets up after being parked the mile. Then it was tight for second. FALCON or Trip Trap. Sandy back to the winner's circle. She's a 3-year-old bay filly by Dragon's Lair out of Almahurst. Sandy by Beach Towel, owned, trained, and driven by Charles E. Brown of Richwood, Ohio. 1:59 and 3. It's official, no change in the order. Board 2 on the exacta was $146.60. The try 426, $926 even. Out to is C. Darwin over the Homestock Farm with Dave Hogg. For his Clark's Goal owned by Westgate Motors with Bob Chapman. For his BJ's Ann owned by Landfair. At Landfair, Bob Harper drives. 5 is out, 6 Wild Louie under lease to Russell Britton with Joe Adamsky. 7 is Cobra Sabra owned by Gary Adams, Jim Daly drives. 8 J.L. Kirkland owned by Valerie Schoaf with Joe D. Schoaf. 9 Little Joe owned by Parker and Berger, Dean Collins. And the 10 is Narrows Arrow owned by Bartley and Steck, Ron Steck. 6 minutes. Second race. There they go. And they're away and trotting. It's Wild Louie from Between Horses who's pointed for the lead. Up alongside is the favorite Cobra SAHBRA, who's driving on from second. The gap is 2, and Clark's Goal comes away in third. J.L. Kirkland tucks neatly just in behind, racing in fourth position. Then we have Little Joe on the outside, about 6 off the tempo and gaining ground early from fifth. Next we come down to C. Darwin, followed by Narrows Arrow, and BJ's Ann is last as they move to head stretch. And Cobra SAHBRA makes the lead 29-2. Passing the stands for the first time, it's Cobra SAHBRA up top by a length and a half from Wild Louie in second. 2.5, and Little Joe continues to progress on the outside third, followed by Clark's Goal, who's gapped at the rail in fourth, leaving the opening for Little Joe, who now takes it. C. Darwin is left uncovered on the outside in fifth. Narrows Arrow follows cover, followed by J.L. Kirkland, and BJ's Ann is brought to the outside third, over trailing as they round the turn on their way to halftime. Cobra SAHBRA leads the way. Cobra SAHBRA, Wild Louie, Little Joe is third. C. Darwin first over, gaining ground from fourth. Narrows Arrow moving well with the cover in fifth position, and then we come down to Clark's Goal, BJ's Ann, and J.L. Kirkland is last off a half in 1:01.1, 3/8 of a mile remaining as they head down the backstretch. Cobra SAHBRA leads the way. Cobra SAHBRA, Wild Louie second. C. Darwin a length and a half off the tempo on the outside, still progressing in third, another 2.5 more, and Narrows Arrow is struggling to keep up with the cover on the outside in fourth. Little Joe begins to gap along the rail in fifth, then 5 farther back to Clark's Goal, BJ's Ann, and J.L. Kirkland in 1:30.4. Moving around ahead stretch, it's still Cobra SAHBRA on top. Cobra SAHBRA, C. Darwin moves into second. Wild Louie begins to lose ground at the rail in third, followed by Little Joe and Narrows Arrow as they trot through the stretch. And Cobra SAHBRA leads narrowly. C. Darwin bearing down, followed by Wild Louie. Little Joe way down the rail. Cobra SAHBRA up the inside. Wild Louie. Wild Louie just gets there. Then it was Cobra SAHBRA second and C. Darwin third. Here's your rundown. Baby Bing was scratched. C. Darwin third. Clark's Goal seventh. BJ's Ann was eighth. Kohler Prack is scratched. Wild Louie the winner. Cobra SAHBRA was second. J.L. Kirkland sixth. Little Joe was fifth. Narrows Arrow fourth. From the top, scratch 3-7. 8 scratch 1, 2, 6, 5, 4. And back to the winner's circle comes Wild Louie. 1 for 1 this season, 2 minutes and 2/5. Is a lifetime best for the 8-year-old Chestnut Stallion by Arbro Iliad at a Mighty Denise by Regal Pick. Under lease to trainer Russell Britton of Newark, Ohio, Joe Adamsky is the winning driver. And here they are. Number 1 is Dollar Bill by Herb Thompson with Jeff Nisonger. The 2 is Girl Chaser, owned by James Patrick Foley with David Myers. 3 is Magic Pal, owned by Howard and Doris Armstrong with Jack Daly. 4 is Come On, Come On, Come On, owned by Jerry Summers and Mike Metters. Jamie Dunlap drives. 5 is Montana Stan, owned by Thomas York Jr. The driver will be Del S. Miller. 6, Wayne Norman's My Bottle Baby and Ryan Holton. 7 is Pragmatic, owned by Gregory Hartsook with Chip Noble. The 8 is Rusty Falcon, owned by Jay Ankini, the Duke's Hawk. 9, Southern Fame, owned by Chester Alt, Jeff Out. And the 10 is Walter Miller's Pay and Thee, and Dave Hawk in the bike. 7 minutes. 3-year-old Colts and Geldings lined up, set for a start. Off stride the 8, Rusty Falcon. And they're off. Magic Pal from Between Horses takes the early lead. Girl Chaser along the inside is second. Montana Stan up on the outside, third. And then it's Dollar Bill who comes away in fourth. 2.5 clear of Pay and Thee, followed by Come On, Come On, Come On. My Bottle Baby drops into 7th position, 2 in front of Pragmatic, followed next by Southern Fame. And the distant trailer, very, very rank at the tail end, is Rusty Falcon. Moving around ahead stretch, and Del S. Miller and Montana Stan clear off. 7-5 favorite is in control past the opening quarter, 28-1, but it's short-lived because here's Magic Pal back out of the pocket to retake, and Montana Stan yields. Gap of 3 lengths farther back, and we have Girl Chaser in third position. Another 2 more to Dollar Bill. Span of 3 to Pay in Thee. Come on, come on, come on is brought to the outside with 9 to make up, giving cover to Pragmatic. Then it's My Bottle Baby. Southern Fame is third over in the early cover flow, and far, far back to Rusty Falcon. Magic Pal leads from Montana Stand at the half in 59 seconds flat. Along the rail, racing in third is Girl Chaser, and Come On, Come On, Come On is in gear, ranging up quickly on the outside from fourth, now in a third. Pragmatic is following cover, now in fifth position, only 3.5 from the front. Dollar Bill is shuffled back. Moving up alongside is Southern Fame, followed by My Bottle Baby. And going off stride there was Montana Stan. 5/16 of a mile remaining as they head for the far turn, and Magic Pal leads the way. Magic Pal, come on, come on, come on, moves into second. Pragmatic is third, followed by Girl Chaser, and Southern Fame is 4 off the lead in 1:28.3. Moving around to head stretch, and Magic Pal is on top. Under the whip, come on, come on, come on is closing in second. Pragmatic is third, followed 3 farther back by Girl Chaser and Southern Fame as they pace through the stretch. Magic Pal still leads it by a length. Come on, come on, come on, trying to wear that one down, but is not going to get there. It's going to be Magic Pal. Come on, come on, come on. Pragmatic third, and Girl Chaser a distant fourth. It's official. Magic Pal back to the winner's circle. First win this season. 3-year-old Brown Colt by Cam's Magic Trick. Out of Pichua Lucinda by Big Towner, owned by Howard and Doris Armstrong, trained by Joe Essig, driven by Jack Daly. 156.3. 3-4 exact at $28.80, and in the Super 3-4-7-2, $808.20. Four. Here they are. Number 1 is Action Photos, owned by Conrad and Schnaut, Chip Noble drives. The 2 is Becoming Silver, owned by the Hatfield Stables. She's driven by Bud Hatfield. Number 3, Spitfire Saab, owned by Edward Bermeal with Dean Gillespie. 4 is Hudson Stuck, owned by Charles Ringer with Jeff Nisonger. 5, Air Touched, owned by John LaGrosse with Jim Lewis. 6 is Mars Mission, owned by Joyce Slaughter, the driver Ty Van Roden. 7 is Miss Badu, owned by David Morgan, Dave Hawk, the driver. 8 is Marine, owned by Fred and Pete Polk with Bob Harper. 9, Silky Sue, under lease to Ruth Haynes with Keith Haynes, the driver. And the 10 is Route 309, owned by Harold Breidenbach with Jim Daly. 6 minutes to race 4. And they're off and trotting. Well-measured start for Miss Badu, who goes straight to the front, opens up by 2. Hudson Stuck will drop in second. Becoming Silver is third, followed by Route 309 in fourth. Marine on the outside is fifth. Off stride there goes Spitfire Saab. Then we have Air Touched. Center of the track is Silky Sue. Mars Mission is next. And far back to Action Photos as they move to head stretch for the first time. And Miss Badu is leading the way. Miss Badu on the point by a length and a half from Hudson Stuck in the pocket second. 30 seconds for the opening quarter. Gapped out third is Becoming Silver, followed next by Route 309. 2.5 more to Marine, who dropped into fifth position. Air Touch moves to the outside in sixth. And then it's Silky Sue in seventh. Another 7 lengths back to Mars Mission, who is 2.5 clear of Action Photos. And the trailer is now Spitfire Saab as they round the turn on their way to halftime, being led up top by the 2-1 lukewarm favorite, Miss Badu. It's Miss Badu on top by 2. Hudson Stuck is second by the same. And there goes Route 309, gaining ground rapidly on the outside in third. Becoming Silver is gapped and backing up in fourth. Air Touched tries to catch the cover on the outside in fifth. Half goes in 1:01 and 3. In sixth position is Silky Sue, about 6 off the lead. And then we come to Marine, who's brought to the outside. 2.5 more to Mars Mission. And then it's about 6 lengths back to the pair of breakers, Action Photos and Spitfire Fire Som. They're at the 3/4, and Miss Badu extends to lead by 3 now. Route 309 moves into second as Hudson Stuck continues to lose ground in third, 3/4, 1:30.4. So upping it to 29.1 on the third split, and Miss Badu is taking off now. It's Miss Badu by 3 lengths. Route 309, Hudson Stuck is third, and then it's Silky Sue with about 8 to make up. They will not be getting to Miss Badu in here, trotting strong and well clear. It's Miss Badu to win it by 4. Route 309 second, Hudson Stuck third, 1:59.4. Back to the winner's circle comes Miss Badu, trotting that mile in 1:59.4. Last half in 58.1 for the 4-year-old bay mare by Mystic Cole out of Country Calico by Mighty Crown. Owned and trained by David Morgan of Newark, Ohio. Dave Hawk is the winning driver. Miss Badu, 1:59.4. Kathy Hawk leads the field out onto the track for race 5. Exacted trifecta wagering. Here they are. Number 1 is Shad Valley, owned by G.Lambert with Bill Long Jr. The 2 is Towner's Bell, owned by Marguerite Mesra. Joe Adamsky drives. 3 is Cam's Log Splitter, owned by Kruger, Schultz, and Green. Ron Steck. 4, Hollywood Sam, owned by Millard Adams with Jeff Nisonger. 5 is April Pay, owned by Terry Sams, the driver Bob Harper. 6, KF Cam, owned by Kaufman and Mogan, Chip Noble. The 7 is Western Tough Guy, owned by Terry Long with Dave Hawk. And farther back to the 8, Tricky Surprise, owned by Dick Brooks with Greg Grismore. Post time in 6 minutes. In the backstretch, and there they go. They're off. Cam's Log Splitter is away well for the lead with Hollywood Sam from between horses. 3 wide is Western Tough Guy, and that one will take a tuck. In third position, Tricky Surprise left well, comes away in fourth, just in front of Shad Valley. KF Cam is next in line, and then 2 more to Towner's Bell, and April Pay is last. Strong fractions going to be posted up front as April Pay now clears off and opens up 2.5 on Cam's Log Splitter. 26.4 in front of the stands for the first time. And leading the way, it's Hollywood Sam. Hollywood Sam from Cam's Log Splitter in second. Then it's Western Tough Guy is brought to the outside early in third. Tricky Surprise along the inside under a hold in fourth. 2.5 more to Shad Valley, followed by KF Cam. 2.5 more to Towner's Bell, and the trailer is April Pay as they round the turn on their way to halftime. It's Hollywood Sam up top. Hollywood Sam on top by 1.5 lengths from Cam's Log Splitter in second. And there goes Western Tough Guy. First over, gaining ground on the outside third. And the half goes in 58.1. Following cover, Tricky Surprise is 2 off the pace in fourth. Along the rail, Shad Valley back to fifth. Third over, moving up is KF Cam, followed by April Pay, and 3.5 lengths back to the trailer, Towner's Bell. 5/16 of a mile remaining as they head for the far turn, and it's Hollywood Sam fighting off a challenge from Western Tough Guy on the outside. Cam's Log Splitter is gapped at the rail in third, followed by Tricky Surprise, who's going to have to come 3 wide, and then it's KF Cam fifth in 1:26.4. Moving around ahead stretch, and Hollywood Sam leads the way. It's Hollywood Sam, Western Tough Guy dipped down to the inside in second. 2.5 more to Cam's Log Splitter and Tricky Surprise as they drive through the stretch. Hollywood Sam, but here comes Western Tough Guy with another rush. Hollywood Sam is game though, and Hollywood Sam goes on to edge clear late from Western Tough Guy in second. Tricky Surprise third in 1:55.2. Back to the winner's circle comes the official winner, Hollywood Sam, a 3-year-old bay colt by Noble Land Sam out of Layla Brett by Ann Fitch. Owned and trained by Millard Adams of Carlisle, Ohio. Jeff Nisonger is the winning driver, 155 and 2. 4-7 exact of 44.20. Try 4-7-8, 218.20. Here are the trotters for the 6th race. 1 is CC Gone Fishin', owned by William Donovan with Dallas Miller. 2 is Manhattan Philly, owned by Donald Landfair with Jim Pangliano. 3 is Kisun Lavelle's Overcharmer and Dave Hawk, the driver. 4 is Let Lisa Come Over, owned by Davis and Davis Kurtzog. 5 is Marcel Lass, owned by Westgate Motors, Chip Noble. 6, Mini Miracle, owned by Bob Sidley with Jamie Dunlap. And the 7 is Mighty Christina, owned by Mr. and Mrs. Robert Johns, with Greg Grismore, the driver. Post time in 7 minutes. There they go. And they're off. Mighty Christina lagged off the gate, spots the field about 6 lengths. Manhattan Philly is there. Marcel Astor between horses, driving up from 3 wide is Mini Miracle. It's a gap of 4, and CC Gone Fishin' comes away about 5 off the tempo in 4th position. Another 2 lengths farther back, and we have Overcharmer, who drops in 5th, just in front of Let Lisa Come Over, and Mighty Christina is last. They're racing 2 flights to head stretch for the first time, and Mini Miracle has made the front. Opening quarter, 28 and 1. Trotting past the stands, it's Jamie Dunlap and Mini Miracle leading the way. Mini Miracle leads it by a length and a half, being tracked by 30 to 1 long shot Manhattan Philly in the pocket second. Gap of 2, Marcel Lass is third. CC Gone Fishin' is brought to the outside in 4th, and that'll give cover to Overcharmer, who's well underway. Second over in 5th. Third over is Let Lisa Come Over, and Mighty Christina is 4th back at the rail, trailing the field. Rounding the turn on the way to halftime, Mini Miracle leads the way, 59 and 3. It's Mini Miracle by 2 lengths, with Manhattan Philly in second, and CC Gone Fishin' has gone off stride. Marcel Lass moves into 3rd position. Overcharmer is ranging up, now left on cover on the outside, 4th. Let Lisa Come Over is second over in 5th, and then it's Mighty Christina, and CC Gone Fishin' is still on that dead run. 5/16 of a mile remaining as they point for the far turn, and Mini Miracle lets it out a notch, opens up by 2, with Manhattan Philly back to second. Overcharmer is stalled between horses. 3 wide is Let Lisa Come Over, followed by Marcel Lass, 3/4 in 1:28 and 4. Moving around ahead stretch, and this one is Mini Miracle leading it by 3 lengths. Manhattan Philly could not keep up with her. 3 wide closing in is Let Lisa Come Over, and she's coming strong now. Mini Miracle leads narrowly. Let Lisa Come Over is charging hard on the outside and trots right on by. Coming home strong, Let Lisa Come Over to win it. Overcharmer up second, Mini Miracle third in 1:58. $4-3 exact of $42 even. The try 4-3-6, $204 even. And in the pick 3, 3 of 3 correct, $887. Back to the winner's circle comes Let Lisa Come Over. It's her 2nd straight victory and her 3rd on the season. A 4-year-old bay mare by Overcomer. Out of Lisa Mack by final score, owned by Dean Davis and Scott Davis of Ohio. Kurtzog trains and drives the winner. Here they are on parade for tonight's 7th race. Number 1 is Mr. Sandstorm, owned by Sherry Cox with Greg Grismore. The 2 is Giz Can Do, owned by Craig Langston with Kane Kaufman. 3 is Cam Fast, owned by Philip Kozak with Jamie Dunlap. 4, Bank Shot, owned by Jerry Alderman with Chip Noble. 5, Powerhouse SAHBRA by Runyon, Springer, and Cole Dellis Miller. 6 is Out. 7 is Dressed to Kill, owned by Kemp and Keith, Dave Hawk. 8 is Arizona Jackrabbit, owned by Delbert Blevins with Ryan Holton. The 9 is Ellie Tinsel, owned by Paul Shoup with Jim Pangliano. 7 minutes. Field for the 7th race, lined up and set to go. They're off. Bankshot goes out for the lead, joined from alongside by Dressed to Kill. Those two are in tandem as they enter the far turn the first time. Mr. Sandstorm under a hold takes back into 3rd position, 2 in front of Giz Can Do. Then it's Cam Fast, followed next by Powerhouse SAHBRA, Arizona Jackrabbit, and Ellie Tinsel as they round the turn to head stretch with Dressed to Kill. Making the pace early on, but Bankshot is quickly out of the pocket, looking to take the lead. Mr. Sandstorm is also off the cones, opening quarter in 28-2. Passing the stands, and it's Bankshot back on top. Bankshot leads it by 2. Dressed to Kill back to 2nd. Mr. Sandstorm is settled down in the 3-hole. 2 in front of Giz Can Do, who is 2 clear of Cam Fast. Then it's a span of 2.5 lengths to Powerhouse SAHBRA. Same margin, Ellie Tinsel, and Arizona Jackrabbit trails the single file field. And Arizona Jackrabbit has about 15 lengths to make up on the leader. Bankshot, the 3-5 favorite, is in command here as they pass the half in 58-3. Backing it down to 30-1 on the second split. A bit of a breather for Bankshot, who leads down the backstretch by a length and a half. Dressed to Kill is 2nd. Mr. Sandstorm pondering a move to the outside, 3rd. Giz Can Do from the inside is 4th. And Mr. Sandstorm is committed to the outside now. First over and gaining ground. Second over following cover is Powerhouse SAHBRA. Then we come down to Cam Fast. Ellie Tinsel has 4 to make up, racing 3rd over, and 3 back to Arizona Jackrabbit. 3 quarters in 1:28-1. Moving around to head stretch, it's Bankshot by a length. Mr. Sandstorm's up on the outside, trying to get up to the leader's flank. Dressed to Kill is in the pocket. Powerhouse SAHBRA looks to come 3 wide, followed by Giz Can Do, Ellie Tinsel, and way down the rail is Cam Fast. They're in the stretch. And Bankshot kicks away now, leads it by 3 lengths. Dressed to Kill could not go with him. Late pace Powerhouse SAHBRA and Cam Fast the rail, but it's Bankshot home on top. Tight for 2nd, either Cam Fast or Powerhouse SAHBRA. 3-year-old brown gelded son of In the Pocket, out of Spirit Maker by Troublemaker, owned by Jerry Alderman of Warren, Michigan. Scott Mogan is the winning trainer. Chip Noble, the winning driver, 1:56-4. That's a lifetime best. Another lifetime best for Bankshot. It's official. 4-3 exact of 43.60, and the triple 4-3-5, $141 even. Number 1 is One Final Time by John Wengard and Amy Nicholson. Jeff Fount, the driver. 2, Cyrano de Bergerac is owned by Linda Rankin. Dave Rankin drives. 3, Lots of Credit by American Trotting Stable. Steve Waller. 4 is American High Noon owned by Robert Key with Dan Ader. 5, He's a Laser owned by Glass Langfelder and Glass Equine Limited Liability Corp. Dave Hawk. And the 6, Ultimate Message by J.C. Ratliff with Jim Pangliano. Post time is in 7 minutes. And the Trotters are set to go in tonight's feature. And they're off stride, lots of credit trails the field, and Ultimate Message goes straight for the lead. American High Noon sits the pocket just in behind. Then it's a gap of 2 lengths to One Final Time, who comes away in 3rd. Another 2 more to Cyrano de Bergerac, followed by He's a Laser, who's got about 6 to make up at this stage. and about 10 lengths back to Lots of Credit, who is back trotting as they move to head stretch, with Ultimate Message making the tempo in here at the opening quarter, 28-2. Passing the stands for the first time, Ultimate Message and Panliano lead it by a length and a half. They're being tracked by last week's winner, American High Noon, in the pocket second. One final time is third. Gap of 2, Cyrano de Bergerac is fourth, followed by He's a Laser, who looks to come to the outside in fifth. Then 3.5 more to Lots of Credit, who is making up some ground and has just about caught the field as they round the turn on their way to halftime. Ultimate Message is leading the way. Ultimate Message, American High Noon. One final time. He's a Laser up on the outside. Moves into fourth position. Cyrano de Bergerac, and Lots of Credit is following cover from the tail end. 59 seconds for a soft half. Rounding the turn into the backstretch. It's Ultimate Message leading the way. Ultimate Message joined now by He's a Laser on the outside second. American High Noon getting the trip in the pocket third, followed by one final time. It looks to come to the outside in fourth. 2.5 more to a struggling Lots of Credit, who's a bit rough gated there, and Cyrano de Bergerac is gapped out trailing in 1:27.4. Moving around to head stretch, and it's Ultimate Message just a neck in front. He's a Laser is bearing down from the outside. American High Noon is poised to strike from the pocket, and 2.5 more lengths to one final time as they trot through the stretch. Ultimate Message is all out, but looks to be collared by He's a Laser on the outside. One final time with late trot. American High Noon the far outside. He's a Laser one final time. He's a Laser one final time. They hit the wire together with Ultimate Message third. Back to the winner's circle, 5, He's a Laser, a 4-year-old brown gelded son of Armbro Laser, out of How Miraculous by Baltic Speed, by J.B. Glass, J. Langfelder, and Glass Equine Limited Liability Corp. of Kentucky and Georgia. Danny Collins, the winning trainer. Dave Hawk with a pair of wins on tonight's card. 157 flat is a lifetime best for He's a Laser. 5-1 exacta, 41.20. Try 516, 68.60. Here they are for the 9th race, sponsored by Shelley and Sands. 1 is Falkirk, owned by Diamond Chip Stable with Chip Noble driving. 2, Arizona Attack, is owned by Robinson, Kohler, CLOTTS, Mark CLOTTS. 3 is Len Ruffstuff, owned by Howard Millington, Jeff Fout drives. 4 is Really Shady, owned by Kempf and Keith, Dave Hawk. 5 is Ford Plays, owned by Ed Mullinax with Kelly O'Donnell. 6, We Be Lee, owned by Strollin Stable, Bob Arnett. 7 is the Upsetter, owned by Gilmore, Rogers, and Blanchi, Rick Heitman. The 8 is Reasonable Doubt, owned by Lehman, and Manning, Dallas Miller. The 9 is Intimidator 2, owned by Laurie Kreitzer with Jimmy Wisman. 7 minutes until post. In the backstretch and approaching the start. They're off. Len Ruffstuff shows good early foot. There goes Intimidator 2, driving up from the extreme outside. Falkirk comes away in 3rd position, and off stride goes Len Ruffstuff. Down along the inside, Arizona Attack is racing in 4th. Len Ruffstuff recovers. Gap of 3.5 lengths farther back to Really Shady, then 4 more to Ford Place, We Believe, the Upsetter, and also making a miscue, Reasonable Doubt, but that one did not recover and is well behind, trailing the field. Len Ruffstuff drives on by, takes over the lead to the quarter in 28 seconds flat, passing the stands. It's Len Ruffstuff drawing out to lead by a length and a half. Intimidator 2, Really Shady, rushing up first over. Falkirk is back to 4th, followed next by Arizona Attack, and then it's Ford Place, who's 2 farther back in 6th position. 2.5 more to We Believe. The Upsetter and Reasonable Doubt is back pacing, but trailing the field. Single file as they round the turn on their way to halftime, and Really Shady is the new leader. It's Really Shady, co-favorite at even money, on top to the half in 58 seconds flat. Rounding the turn into the backstretch. Really Shady, a length and a half. Now tracked by Len Ruffstuff in the pocket second. Length and a half. Intimidator 2 is third. Falkirk is a very snug 4th there. Arizona Attack thus comes to the outside, ranging up from 5th. forward place, tries to catch the cover on the outside in 6th. Then it's the upsetter. We Believe is third over, and 2 more to Reasonable Doubt as the field tightens in at the 3/4. Really Shady by 2 from Len Rough Stuff second, 1:28.2. Rounding the turn to head stretch, Really Shady. The lead is 2 lengths. Len Rough Stuff is second. Intimidator 2 is third. Arizona Attack looks to be stalled on the outside in 4th, followed by Falkirk forward place and We Believe, and they're in the stretch. And Really Shady takes off now, leads it by 3.5 lengths. Len Rough Stuff could not go with him. Late pace Intimidator 2, Really Shady home on top. Intimidator 2 up second. Len Rough Stuff third, 1:57.1. Second straight victory in this series, 2 for 4 on the season, 1:57.1. A 3-year-old bay colt by Towner's Big Guy out of Shady Romance by Falcon Sealster, owned by Albert Kempf and Alan Keith of Ohio. Mike Roth is the winning trainer. Dave Hawk has a triple on tonight's card, scoring with Really Shady in the 9th. This one sponsored by Shelley and Sands. That's the call to post for tonight's 10th race. Exacted superfecta wagering. Dave Hawk drives 2 Barb's Cloud Dancer. Post time now in 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes until post. 1 is Pack a Punch, owned by Edwin Cook, Richard Cook, the driver. 2 is Barb's Cloud Dancer, owned by Jim Duckworth, the driver, Dave Hawk. 3 is Tapia, owned by William Klein III, Dean Collins. 4 is Cam's Ace, owned by Estacio Panagiotopolis, Charlie Smith Jr. 5, No Son of Mine, is owned by Powell and Vickroy, Robert Vickroy. The 6 is Good Goin' Cam, by Dale Horney with Jeff Smith. 7 is Great Millennium, owned by Miller and Roth, Greg Grismore. The 8 is Stir It Up, owned by Stephen Landfair with Bob Harper. The 9 is Our Little Loglow by Cloverleaf of Dayton, Inc., Jeff Fount. And the 10 is Brett's Silver Totem by Jack Allen with Sean Mayhew. Post time in 4 minutes. 10th race field in the backstretch, and there they go. They're off and pacing. Pack a Punch from the inside leaves quickly. Between horses, Tapia is there. Cam's Ace from 3 wide. Barb's Cloud Dancer settled back into 4th position, 3 off the lead. Up alongside is Great Millennium, followed by Brett's Silver Totem to the inside of Our Little Loglow. Off stride goes Barb's Cloud Dancer. Then we come to No Son of Mine, who is third last to Good Goin' Cam, and Stir It Up trails the field. Moving around a head stretch for the first time, and Pack a Punch leads the way. 28-1 for the opening quarter. Passing the stands for the first time, it's Pack a Punch by a length and a half. Drafting along in second is Tapia, followed by Cam's Ace in third. 2 back to Great Millennium, well placed in 4th. Another 2 more to Brett's Silver Totem in 5th position. Then we come to Our Little Loglow, who's brought to the outside. 3 more to No Son of Mine. Stir It Up is hustled off the rail. Then it's Good Goin' Cam, and far back to Barb's Cloud Dancer. Rounding the turn on their way to halftime, up top, it's Pack a Punch. Pack a Punch leads 58-2. Rounding the turn into the backstretch. Pack a Punch a length and a quarter. Tapia nose to helmet second. Great Millennium is working his way up on the outside third. Followed by Cam's Ace back to 4th. Brett's Silver Totem from the inside is 5th. As Our Little Loglow is stalled, gapping cover on the outside in 6th. Another 3 more to Stir It Up, followed by No Son of Mine. Good Goin' Cam has about 10 to make up, and the distant trailer is Barb's Cloud Dancer. Approaching 3/4. It's still Pack a Punch on top. 1:27-2. Moving ahead stretch. Pack a Punch leads a half length. Great Millennium to his flank in second. That pair is opened up by 3 on Tapia in third. Cam's Ace is 4th. Good Goin' Cam tries to rally from the back of the pack. Our Little Loglow did not have enough as they turn into the stretch. Pack a Punch on the inside. Great Millennium is wearing him down, though, and gains a slight lead inside of 16th, and now draws off. It's Great Millennium to win it. Pack a Punch second, Tapia third, Good Goin' Cam up 4th, 1:56-2. Inner circle, first win in 4 attempts on the season. The 4-year-old Brown Stallion by Falcon Elmhurst out of Mary D'Alba by Best of All. Owned by Miller and Roth of Ohio. Mike Roth, the winning trainer. Those are back-to-back wins for Mike Roth. Greg Grismore is the winning driver. 156 and 2 for Great Millennium. It's official. 7-1 exact is 1660. Super 7136 591.20. 3 of 3 in this pick 3, $20.60.